Well, hey there! It's me, the fun, lovable entertainer known as CJ Kaiju Productions. And it really has been quite a while. How about we just go back a minute and just see how long it really has been? Well, I don't really have a viable excuse for being this late in my upload schedule, but you know what? How about we revive this channel by talking about someone far more successful than I am? That's business for you, kids. Well, I say kids, most of you are probably older than I am, but today we're going to be talking about somebody who's, genuinely one of my favourite Godzilla YouTubers, someone who really pours their heart and soul out into the content they make, similarly to myself. And you know what? Someone who may or may not, dare I say, have perfected what I originally started. And I know, that's very hard to come by. And this person is actually really someone who sticks out to me upon the Godzilla community. Not you, dude. I mean, I'll talk about you in a later video, but not right now. Yep, there you go. But this person is none other than StarZilla The Galaxy Kaiju. And you want to know why this person really stands out to me? It's because they do basically the exact same thing that I do. However, even though it's just a figure series, they do it arguably better than I do. I know, quite a shocker, isn't it? So now I'm going to explain how they got to a status like mine in even less time. So just let me set the scene for you as I slip away into the shadows. The year is 2022, on the 26th of March. That is when I released my first 5 videos of my Stories of Shin and Zilla series. And yes, I'm actually still quite proud of the original 5 episodes, even if they are not the best, to say the least. I'm still very proud of them. And as you know, the series progressed. I got better and better until we got to the point I got at now. However, 6 months after my arrival on YouTube, another YouTuber named StarZilla The Galaxy Kaiju released his first episode, Godzilla Battle for the Earth. However, it would be 1 month later before I would actually end up seeing StarZilla's content on his 3rd episode.
Holy sh!
And you know what? When I saw this 3rd episode, I was actually thoroughly surprised. I mean, sure, even at the stage I was at when he was making his videos, I sure was not the best at editing, but I'd say that I got a whole lot better than when I first started. But he had something different in his series. He didn't focus more on the visual effects like I do. He instead worked on the story. And I have to give the man perks. He made quite a compelling story for his original series and for the eventual season 2 that he made. And I just gotta say, bro, that's what all good stories have in common. They all have a driving force that makes you want to read on or keep watching, right? That's what, the good Marvel films went. I mean, you got Iron Man, Captain America, the First Avenger, The Incredible Hulk. They all had good, compelling stories. But in recent years, they focus more on visual effects, like I said, more like I do. But StarZilla, he still continues to focus on a good story. And I'm going to be completely honest, the story aspect has dropped off a little bit, and it's not as compelling as it originally was. But that's not the point, because he's still really good at making a catchy story that you can just follow and blindly turn your mind off. And yes, they usually explain a lot of things in the series, so you don't really have to do much digging to find out stuff. But as an average lazy person, I can thoroughly say that that's a very good thing. And well, that is really why this guy is just really good at what he does, if not better than I am. Just for the sole purpose that he's able to keep an audience interested without relying on memes or special effects, again, like I do. Now you see, the thing is that StarZilla was actually able to make a really compelling main character, not just Godzilla in the first series, but a new character called, StarZilla. Wonder where you got the name for that. But the thing is that with StarZilla, he was like this all-knowing, like this old being who was there since the end of, or beginning of time. And he had this evil counterpart that, all the other monsters, they just couldn't stand up to because they were just too powerful after King Ghidorah summoned him.
What the fuck?
But after King Ghidorah summoned him, he also brought along StarZilla, and that's really smart. See, instead of just having the big main character be there from the very start, you build up a separate character to be the main character, and then you focus more on this new character that's been introduced. A good example of this would be Avatar The Last Airbender, where you think that Kara is going to be the main character, which he pretty much was, but the protagonist ends up being Aang, the Airbender. And that is just really what's so good about this, because StarZilla is introduced as a cosmic force not to be messed with, and he is the only driving thing that can actually stop this Shin Karo guy. And finally, later on in his giant series that he's making right now, he's focusing more on multiversal travel, which he didn't actually do in his original series, so, branching out to different things. But on an unrelated note, why is it that every single Godzilla, film producer, why is it that as soon as they're done with the main plot, they just automatically go to multiversal travel? That's just like the new hot craze for Godzilla, is it? Oh, by the way, editor's side note, I actually started my own multiversal travel way before StarZilla did, over a year before he did, so... Ha! See, StarZilla has made some very interesting, big bad kaiju for, like, his main characters to fight. Of course, like I said, there was Shin Karo, but his more recent villain is Godzilla.E.RR, or something like that, who was literally born from a Godzilla from another universe, an evil Godzilla, and literally the Crystal of Chaos, which, if you didn't know, is the only thing that can kill StarZilla, which was used on him, but then he was revived, which is a bit strange, but honestly I saw it coming. But there is something I do want to kind of talk about. It's how some characters are actually becoming more important to the story, and I don't entirely see why. And to be honest, this is where StarZilla's storytelling kind of drops off a bit. See, other than the original series that had like good build-up and good character development, new characters are kind of just thrown in here, and there's not really a lot of backstory given to them. And well, it just kind of feels a little out of place. Like Kiryu, for example, I don't really see how he connects to the story. However, he's really important now. But it is what it is. And that's honestly really all that I wanted to talk about StarZilla. He's a cool guy, I think. I don't know, I never really met him. And the whole idea when fighting KaiserZilla, who is a completely separate YouTuber, I thought that was quite smart, and I've never done a YouTube collaboration like that, but I sure damn hope I will one day. But, yeah, honestly, feeling a bit jealous towards him because of his success, in a way. But, yeah, he's still, like, a really good content creator, and I feel like if you're not subscribed to him, you probably definitely should. But, yeah, if all's all, then, well, that's me out. Got nothing else to say. I didn't write this far into the script. Okay, bye!